Hi guys, so for today's video we will be doing this graph. So if you don't know how to read this graph, maybe my video is gonna help you, but if you already knew how to read it, then you can just follow this graph. This graph can be seen all around the internet. You can search it on the Pinterest or any other social media platforms, but right now I'm gonna show this to you because the very first time I tried to follow only this graph, I find it really difficult because I don't know how to crochet this part or this part. So I searched for a video tutorial on the internet, here on YouTube, and it was really a hard search for me. I found one video tutorial, but the video is actually in different language, so it's very hard for me to follow it. She was explaining this graph in a different language and I couldn't understand, but I was able to follow what she's doing because she is showing on her video how to crochet this, so I was able to understand. And here I am making a video in English so I can help any one of you who cannot understand different language. I hope this video will help you. So let's just try to do this now. So guys, for this project I'm gonna be using a fine cotton yarn. I'm not sure how many ply is this, but for this project you're actually recommended to use a thread or any thin yarn because this is a lace crochet, so for your project to look so beautiful. But I prefer to use this fine cotton because I have already started using it on my previous finished project like this one, so it will look like this after you finish it, diba? It's still beautiful even though I use much thicker yarn. And then my hook is 3mm. You're also recommended to use a smaller hook, but it's still up to you guys. So first row or first step, so looking back at our graph, I'm gonna be using a collar here to make it easier. First row is this circle. If you see this circle in the middle, that's your first. So how many circle do you see? It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So that means 8 chains. So we're gonna be doing 8 chains. I'm gonna show it to you. So just make a knot and then chain 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And for you to make that circle thing, you have to connect the last chain to the first chain that you do. So connect it here to the first chain by slip stitch. Okay, connect it by slip stitch, and there you go. You already have your ring or magic ring. And then next step is this. So you have to chain 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so let's do chain 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 5. And then after the 5 chains, this one is a double crochet. If you see a line in the middle, only one line in the middle of the straight line, it means it's a double crochet. If you see 2 lines on the middle, it's triple crochet. So the lines that you see on the middle of this line indicates how many times you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook. If you see 1 line, it means you will have to wrap your yarn around your hook once. If you see 3 lines in the middle like this, 3 lines in the middle, you will need to wrap your yarn around your hook 3 times. If you see 2 lines like this, in the middle, so twice. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So let's go here. So wrap your yarn around your hook once, wrap once, okay, one, and then insert on the ring that you just made, pull through. So you should have 3 hook loops in your yarn, 1 2 3, and you will pull through your yarn twice, 1 2. That's what you call a double crochet. Once again, so after you do this line, 2 chains. So let's do 1 2, and then another double crochet. So I'm gonna show you another double crochet. So wrap your yarn around the hook once, insert on the ring, get your yarn, and pull through on the 2 loops, and pull through on the 2 loops. So you notice that you pull through the yarn twice. That's why it's called double crochet. So you're gonna do the same around. You are going to repeat it. So double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet until you get to the end, and count how many double crochets you are required to do. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 double crochet, including the first chain that you did. That's a total of 12. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to you once I'm done. So I'm done. I'm on the last double crochet. So as you notice, including the first chains that we did, this one, this is the first chain, this is the first chain that we did. Including this, you should have 12 double crochets total. Okay, so let's count. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 lang. 11 lang. Okay, let's recount it again. 11, let's add another one to make it 12. 1 chain 2, and then last double crochet. So on the last part, chain 2 and slip stitch on the third chain. 1 2 3, third chain, just slip stitch. So you're done on your first row. So your first row is this. This is your first row. This one that I am putting a red dots, that's your first row. So on your second row, which is this, I don't know if it looks like puff stitch, but it should be it will be the petals of your flower. So it will be these petals, the second row. I'm gonna make it color green to be able to understand it very well. So on the second chain, this is where we stop. So the dot symbolizes chains. So what's we gonna do next is 1 2 3 4 5 chains. Okay, so on the second row, or the beginning of the second row, let's start with 5 chains. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and then after the 5 chains, we are gonna make this puff stitch. If you do not know how to do a puff stitch, I'm gonna show you. And as you can see, how many lines do you see? 1 2 3 4 5 lines. So we're going to make 5 lines. I don't know what it's not triple crochet, so it's the next of the triple crochet. So we're going to make 5 of that, and then I'll show you how to make it a puff stitch. Okay, so if you notice the lines in the middle, it's 3, so we have to wrap around our yarn around the hook 3 times. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So this is how you do it. Okay, so on the second round, after you do the chains, the 5 chains, you're going to make a puff stitch. I'm not sure if this is called puff stitch, but it looks like a puff stitch. So yeah, so this is how you're gonna do it. So you can see you saw 3 lines in the middle, so we are going to wrap the yarn around our hook 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Insert on the space, on the 2 chain space. So this is the 2 chain space, and then pull through on every 2 loops. Okay, so you're gonna pull through on every 2 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 times. Okay, so we are going to do this 5 times. Again, 1, 2, 3. Insert on the space, get your yarn, pull through every 2 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many stitches do we have there? So this is not included, but on the first pop stitch I just include this chain. I already included, so I have 5 totals. So I should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is how you are gonna make it a puff stitch. Just pull through your yarn as long as you want, and I'm always put my finger in the middle because my yarn is very difficult to separate. Insert your hook on the first chain, on the first stitch, or on the last chain of the 5 chains that you initially did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where you insert your hook. It's different on the first pop stitch that you do compared to the rest of the pop stitch. Once you insert your hook, get your yarn, get this yarn, okay, and then pull through. So that's how you make the pop stitch. You see that? So beautiful. Trees. Okay, and the next is after the first pop stitch, we are gonna chain 1, 2, 3, and then another puff stitch on the second space. This is how you do it. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then puff stitch on the second space, which is this space. So to make the puff stitch again, yarn over 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook, pull through, and then pull through all 2 loops. So you will pull through every 2 loops. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. Insert, and then pull through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. Insert, pull through every 2 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will make another 2 to make it 5. 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you now have 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that space. So pull this loop here, and then insert your hook on the first stitch that you did, which is this one. This is the first stitch, so we will insert your hook on the first stitch here. Okay, that's the first stitch, and then get this loop and pull through, then chain 3, 2, 3, and repeat on the second space. Repeat this puff stitch on the second space. Okay, so I am done with my third puff stitch. So this is the first, the second, and then the third. And then on the next step is not 3 chains, not the usual 3 chains, as you can see on our graph. So we're done with the first puff stitch, second puff stitch, and then puff stitch, third puff stitch, right? After the third puff stitch, so hard to pronounce. You will notice here that it's not 3 chains, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 chains. So in every after 3 puff stitch, instead of 3 chains, you're gonna do 7 chains. As you can notice, 1, 2, 3, and then 7 chains here. 7 chains, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 7 chains. Okay, and then in the middle of the three puff stitches, just 3 chains, and then after 3 puff stitches, 7 chains. If you understand it, it will be easier for you to follow the graph. I'm gonna finish my second row and get back to you once I'm done. Okay, so I am already done with the last puff stitch. I have now total of 12, and in every 3 puff stitch you are gonna do 7 chains instead of 3. So look, 1, 2, 3, 7 chains, but in every 3 puff stitch in between of every on this 3 puff stitch is 3 chains. So puff stitch, 3 chains, puff stitch, 3 chains, puff stitch, 3, 7 chains. Okay, another one, puff stitch, 3 chains, puff stitch, 3 chains, puff stitch, and that's 3, 7 chains. Okay, so you do that all around, and then on the last part, instead of doing 7 chains, we're gonna do different one. So if you notice, on the last part of our second row, it's 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and then triple crochet. You see this? Triple crochet. That's triple crochet. You wrap your yarn around your hook twice to make a triple crochet. So let's do it on our project here on my hand. So 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and then look, I have a friend here, and then triple crochet, which is twice, 1, 2. So you wrap the yarn around the hook twice, and then insert here on the middle of the stitch, puff stitch. So just look for the middle and you insert here on the middle. Get your yarn and then pull through 2 loops, 1, 2, 3. You see that? You pull through 3 times. That's why it's called triple crochet. So we're done with the second row. I hope it's understandable when I use color to identify which row we have already finished. So let's proceed with the third row. This is one of the most challenging, because this one I was able to do it on my own without looking for a tutorial. But when I get here on the third row, it became so difficult to understand. That's why I accepted my defeat. I told myself I already need help. So yeah, let's proceed.